receiver. He should be one of his quarterback's best friends this week. It's the Steelers and the Bengals, and it's coming up next.
EA Sports and the National Football League welcome you to Acrisure Stadium here in the Steel City of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And thanks for having us in. Mike Tirico and Greg Olson with you. Buckle up, partner. I think this is going to be an aerial show. Both of these teams giving us the hint that the ball's going to be in the air a lot in this one.
Oh, no question. I think both teams were very clear in our weekly meetings that that was going to be the plan. And what we see right now in today's modern football, Mike, is the direct correlation between explosive plays, in this case, two teams that rely on those explosives coming in the passing game, and the direct ability.
The Bengals ready to punt this one away. A fair catch taken, and they're going to start right at their own 20-yard line. The Steeler offense ready to take the field for the first time. Leading this offense, their veteran quarterback.
Really solid all-around performance last week, Mike, and I think the biggest factor that led to the win is his ability to continue to protect the football. He executed the offense, ran it exactly how they designed all week in practice. Now, it might not have been earth-shattering performance statistically, but they got the win. If he can continue to play that style of ball, it's going to be a tough group to match up with.
A gain of 14. Good for a quick first down. They'll try to get the running game going. His first carry. And that's going to get closed up quickly. He'll get only to the 37. You get a look there at his numbers on the ground from a week ago. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he'll work his way past the 40. He's tackled after a gain of 4. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. Here's a 3rd down and 4. That's going to be pretty close. Looks like he's got it, and he does. First down.
In real time from up here, Mike, I couldn't tell whether or not he got it at first glance, but I think after seeing the replays we have up here, it looked like he and his blockers got just enough, and they're going to be able to keep this drive alive.
And that's the way you want to run it on first down. A gain of 7. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. They'll stick with him again. And he'll take this one forward for about 3, and that's a first down. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. 1st and 10. On play action, he'll set up to throw. This one is complete along the sideline. A very nice job to fit that ball in. It'll be a modest gain. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. They'll turn and hand this one off. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard, but that's it. They'll empty out the backfield and line up for 3rd and 3. They'll look to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively, and now decision time. What are you going to do on 4th down? From out of the gun, he'll throw. That's taken in. And he's going to pick up the first down. He was short when he caught it, but knew exactly where he needed to get to. Gets there and keeps the drive alive. Now a give, but here comes a reverse. And this is going to be a big loss. He kept retreating, looking for an escape hatch, found nothing. And they get him down well behind the line. Back to throw. This to the right side, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
Pass interference. Defense.
A zone read here, and he's going to keep this himself. And a minimal gain there, down to the 20. Second down and 8. Contact up front. Did they get one of the defenders to jump?
Encroachment. Defense. Still second down.
He'll drop to throw. And the Steelers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
I love this call, Mike. 2nd down and short. One of the best downs in football to take a shot. Give credit to the defense. They were ready for it. But a nice job by the quarterback, realizing there's nothing downfield. Take off, turn into a runner, pick up the 1st down.
Not able to stay in. He steps out of bounds, and that'll be a loss of a couple of yards on that one. So push back to the 11-yard line for 2nd and goal. And this ball batted away and incomplete.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's...
That one, taken in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. That's his 8th touchdown of the season.
And that was just a great drive, really from start to finish, Mike. You could see the play caller just really finding his rhythm, mix and run, mix and pass. Results in the touchdown pass, but really everything they did, the entire possession, worked to perfection. When you can sustain the drives like that and come away with touchdowns, man, that goes a long way towards establishing your identity for the rest of this game.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Now return coming from the 7. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Bengals offense ready to possess the football for the 2nd time. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7-0 as they get the ball back for 1st and 10. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Athletic training staff's going to take a look, but this is a problem late in the season. They face 2nd down and 7. Now a give on the ground, and they'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
Here's 2nd and 9. They'll run it on the inside handoff. And it'll be a pickup of 3. So 3rd down forthcoming. Now they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well defended there. The quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend. So give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete. So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
It's a pickup of 13 yards. Good for a Steeler first down.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. He'll get this ahead, gain of about 4, and it leads to third down. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Athletic training staff's going to take a look, but this is a problem late in the season.
Here we go, here we go. Huh.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short. That's caught, left side, it's complete. Gain of 13 for number 13. And a first down.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
2nd down and 3. We are through 1. 7-0 is our score. And we're back to the Steel City after this. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. The gun, here's a run up the gut. And he'll be near the first down marker. Let's call it a gain of 3, but a short yardage situation coming up on third down.
Go! Smash, smash! Bring it!
Trying to pick this one up on the ground. And he will have a first down, but I don't think that's going to stand. They're already heading backwards. So a much more difficult scenario now. It is 3rd and 10. He'll look to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
This is a great reminder of why it's so important to have great offensive tackles. When you get beat so fast off the edge, the quarterback has nowhere to go in the pocket to escape, and that's what happens.
Steelers getting ready to put this one away. Good hang time. The fair catch will be made back at their own 12. The Bengals offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. This will begin at their own 13-yard line. So work to do starting with this 1st and 10. And they're going to mark them down right at the 30-yard line.
We've seen this trend throughout the league, Mike. Offensively, everyone wants to have depth at the running back position. Yeah, it's great to have one guy, but if you could have 2 or 3 that can all come in and contribute on the ground, that's the goal, and we're seeing it here.
Whoa. And he'll be out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35-yard line. A huge play there for the Bengals. 37 yards.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
A handoff as they try to run it here. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Putting the tight end in motion. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. He keeps it himself.
Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be, Mike, when he decides to tuck it and take off. So that is a great job defensively to rally to the football and hold them to just a short game.
We'll try to get this one on the ground.
Well, we have an early decision here, Mike. How aggressive does this coach want to be on this 4th down try? I think you got to keep your offense out there. You have a prime opportunity to take the fight to them, extend this drive, and hopefully be able to come away with points.
The Bengals will call out the field goal unit. This a 42-yard attempt. He'll bang that one through. It's good. And the Bengals are on the board. It's 7-3.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Steelers offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's been a nightmare for defenses trying to contain him all year. The NFL's leader in rushing yards at the quarterback position. They'll begin here on the ground. And a strong 1st down run, a pickup of 9, setting up 2nd and short.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Alert!
Here's a toss, right side. And this is going to be a Steelers 1st down. The tackle made at about the 43-yard line.
Simple play to call, but complex to execute. A toss play is beautiful, Mike, when a team hits it like they just did. We can see why they're a fan of the toss. Healthy gain, and they pick up the 1st down.
And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10.
Here we go, set!
He's got his man on the in route. Yes, take it in over the middle. That's his 3rd catch of this 1st half, and good enough for a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. Now a shot here, deep middle.
It seemed there was a bit of a busted coverage in the secondary, and I think that's what led that receiver to be so wide open. And that's a ball that just needs to be put on him. It doesn't have to be a perfect throw. It doesn't have to be thrown on the money. Just make it catchable and take advantage of that opportunity.
That one going nowhere, but a late penalty
Personal
flag
foul.
comes in.
Roughing the
They
passer.
may get
Defense.
bailed out here. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Back to the air one more time. He'll get this out to his running back. And he's not going to be able to get away. Very good coverage on the perimeter. It goes down as a loss of yards. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12.
Roll, roll, roll.
Now they'll run on the draw. He is met and dropped. Good defense. Loss of a couple on that play.
Great job by the defense here, quickly realizing that this was going to be a draw. They're not caught off guard thinking that they're defending the pass. They're able to not only get in there for a stop, but they're able to take them down in the backfield for a loss.
Throwing now on 3rd and long. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. The Steelers going to send out their field goal unit here. This one from 54 yards out. And this is no good. Could not get it on target. And the lead holds steady at 4.
And this is the danger of trying these long field goals. Remember, Mike, if you miss, the other team gets the ball at the spot of the kick. So it's going to end up setting them up for great field position as they start this next drive.
The Bengals offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he has done everything you could ask of him coming into this one. Spread it around, hasn't taken many chances, and potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. Here's a 2nd and 6. Tight end going in motion here. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
On 3rd down, he'll try to get it on the ground. He's down right at the 40, but that is good enough to move the chain.
Offside.
1st down.
Defense. That penalty is declined.
Back to the ground after the penalty. Look at him stay on his feet as he's able to shimmy his way for a gain of about 5. Now, faking the give. He'll air it out down the middle. That ball incomplete. Got the hands in there to break it up. Could have been a big gainer. Instead, it sets up a 3rd down. That's the one thing they couldn't have there, the sack that might take them out of field goal range.
Sometimes, Mike, your greatest strength can also be a little bit of your weakness. In this case, he is so used to being able to buy more time with his feet, extend the play, give his targets more time downfield to uncover. In this case, nothing materializes, tried to do too much, and as a result, takes a big loss.
On comes the punter now, as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. They will get away from that one, and they're going to have tremendous field position. This ball hits and goes out of bounds. The Steelers offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And he is the NFL leading rusher here in the month of December. A strong finish in the final stretch could earn him the crown. On 2nd down, he'll fake the handoff and hold on to it.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
Now, after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Athletic training staff's going to take a look, but this is a problem late in the season. Here's 3rd and 2. off the play fake. He'll look to throw. That's over the middle and intercepted.
I know it doesn't seem like a ton of yards on top of that pick, but that was really well done. I mean, it's just going to make life so much easier now as the offense takes the field, trying to capitalize off of that turnover.
Heading out now, the Cincinnati offense. They're going to get set to take over once more. They'll start with a golden opportunity here to move out in front. Great field position to start out. It's 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Taking off. Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. And this is taken in by the defense. Well, he certainly turned that into something on the move. Downfield, looked like he was gaining yards, but then loses control, and the defense comes up with a turnover.
Early on, Mike, it looked like it was going to be a really good play by the quarterback, turning to his legs, getting some pretty good yardage with his feet, but then he failed to not only protect himself, but mostly protect the ball. Defense is able to put a hit on him, jar the ball loose, and now they'll take over after the big takeaway.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. 7-3 is the score. 2 minutes to play in the first half. We'll come back to the Steel City after this. He gets this into the hands of Green. Nice gain here. He's going to be marked down at the 35-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. He'll get this into the hands of his running back. And he's not going to be able to get away. Good defense on the perimeter. It'll be a loss of yardage. So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14. Short pass taken in by the tight end. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Here's 3rd and 7.
Let's go now. Let's go.
Throwing now from the gun. Taking off, he'll try to get there. A great job of knowing when to go. He gets 17 yards on that run and a 1st down.
And here's a great example of why the pass rush on 3rd down, that it's critical it gets home. In this case, they're not able to get to the quarterback. He has extra time to not only escape the pocket, but to turn into a runner and pick up the 1st down.
To the air now on 1st and 10. And that time, the pressure too much. He'll go down. Now Pittsburgh will bang a timeout here. That's their 2nd, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes. So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Now a give up the middle. Now the Bengals are going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 13 seconds to play in this opening half. Here's their punter now. He's on for the 2nd time. He'll try to get something inside the 10. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. And they'll elect not to run another play. Instead, just take a knee and take this on into the locker room. So we've reached the intermission here in a low-scoring game. 7-3 is our score. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime report. Coach.
All right, Michael, we'll get back to you and Greg in just a little bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll begin out in the windy city of Chicago. And it's the Ravens who have the lead in that one. The Ravens locked in a tight one, but this is a game you feel they've got to have. Next, we'll head over to check on the Giants at home at MetLife Stadium. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. The Eagles trying to gut this one out, as it would be a good victory for them if they could get it. Lastly, let's motor up to the Motor City. See what's happening with the Lions at home at Ford Field. And they were losers in that ball game to the visiting Cleveland Browns. The Browns are obviously going fishing come January, but they're looking to finish out strong, and they move to 4-11 with a victory there. The second half, straight ahead. Time to get back to it. And for the call, let's rejoin